Welcome to the pages of the Outdoor Journal. You'll join hosts Mike Johnson and Jeff Murray as they trek across North America in search of the finest in outdoor adventures. See nature's beauty and meet the unique folks who made each trip one that won't be forgotten.
Jeff, I got to take you up to Ely to meet Bob Cary.
You mean Bob Cary from, let's see now, didn't he run for a presidency?
Yeah, that's the one.
The
Fisherman's Party.
Yeah. I thought that was a winning ticket, to be honest with you. When'd you meet him?
Last winter, we went up there. Did a
No
little
kidding.
spike fishing, yeah.
Splake?
Yep.
Oh, did you camp overnight?
Yeah, did a little winter camping. Well, I tell you, all my worst fears of winter camping were laid to
Really?
rest.
Say, you know, he really comes across about as a funny guy as I've ever met. Is he really that zany?
He's a character. He'll keep you in stitches. Just one joke right after another.
And he knows a lot about winter camping too, huh?
You bet. Boy, that's the thing that really surprised me, the knowledge this guy has. The first time I met Bob Cary was at his office.
You mean at the Ely Echo?
Yep, he had a deadline to meet to get some papers out, but boy, did we hit it off right away. 90 below wind chill.
That's brisk.
Bet.
You'd say brisk. And it's not the problem you can't camp. It's the problem is that you can't fish.
Right.
Because there's no way that you can handle a bait or anything on the hook.
You know, March is about the best time then, I think.
You know, we did catch some fish, and the thing was, the fish, you pull the fish out of the hole, and it'd go flip, flop.
And stiff.
Yeah, and they were white. There they were, you know, like a piece of bacon. Wham!
Where are we going fishing today, Bob?
Well, we're going fishing way out there, Miners Lake, which is right in town here.
I'll be there.
Then we got trout in that lake, and it's brand new. And we'll go over and just give that a little whirl.
What kind of trout? Rainbow?
Rainbow trout, right.
All right.
And,
Think we'll get a few?
I'll bet on it.
Well, let's go fishing.
All right, let's go fishing.
Let's get some fish, Bob. See you right off the bottom now, Bob? On the
About 10, 12 feet down. If you go any farther, you'll get right in the trees.
Okay. You say these trout are about 3/4 of a pound apiece, huh?
Right.
Billy Zoop's got a sign hanging on the wall up at his camp on Lac LaCroix. It says, the poorest kind of fishing is better than any kind of work. When they're going, everybody gets them. They're a little bit lax today. Oh, this is the time of day they've been going, between 10 o'clock and noon.
Well, we're going to get one, Bob.
Look. Hunt them down.
So this is the spot, eh, Bob?
That's a pretty good place here sometimes.
How long is it going to take me to get one
I
here?
don't know. I'm going to keep chopping till I find one.
Well, we got one hole chopped here.
Okay.
We got to get one here pretty
Got your
soon.
scooper in here?
These guys behind us say they got a couple.
Keep jigging that thing. Keep jigging it.
I'm moving it around. I'm moving around.
All right. Where the heck?
Oh, geez, we got one going here. My darling, whoa, look at that dog. Woo-hoo.
There you
Look
go.
at that.
That's a nice
Boy,
one.
that's a nice rainbow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Holy man, look at that.
That's about what,
You got him on that orange thing?
3/4 of a pound or so, eh?
You got him on there.
That's Swedish pimple.
Scandinavian blemish.
You betcha.
There you go. A nice fish.
That is. Let's throw that. Those stream trout lakes provide some hot winter action, don't they, Jeff?
Look at that. I can't think of a better situation for the whole family.
Some people call these put-and-take lakes because of the heavy stocking, don't they?
Right. Technically, they're reclaimed lakes, Mike.
there's virtually no natural reproduction. But when you realize that they used to be overrun with rough fish like suckers and carp and perch, well, I think it's just a great program.
Sure is, boy. They plant brookies, rainbows, and hybrid splakes with great success.
Splake's my favorite. Man, oh, they're hardy and active, fun and easy to catch. Perfect winter fish.
That's a pretty fish.
That's a pretty pile of fish. Whoa! Now where are you headed?
Over to Tofty Lake. But first, Bob wanted to stop off at Sumner's Canoe Base. Jeff, did you know that he teaches winter survival to the Boy Scouts and the military?
No kidding.
What we're going to look at up here is thermal shelters and a camping setup that the Army uses for survival training.
I see.
And that's right back here where this parachute's slung.
What's the Army use this structure for, Bob?
Okay, this is an old parachute, used parachute, and they'll sling this to keep the snow off their fire area. This is the fire and cooking area, right, and kind of a gathering place. And this is stuff you find in the airplane. If they were forced down in the Arctic, or the edge of the Arctic or somewhere, they get the parachutes out of the plane, build the shelters, sling one of these, keep the snow and the weather off, and with their survival supplies, they could live here until they're found. They have flares, dye markers, and of course, where they went down, there's a signal going out from that plane. Mm-hmm. So when the rescue people come, they follow that signal in, find them, come down with the helicopters and get the crew out.
I see.
Yeah, I teach some of the survival training, and one of the things we teach, of course, is everything to stay alive. Now, if worse comes to worse, if a situation comes up that you're not going to make it, your food's gone, your water's gone, everything has gone to pieces, and you're going to die, there's no hope, then whatever you do, don't sit down against a tree. Lay down, nice and flat, put your arms alongside like this, and die this way. So when you freeze, we can get a rope around your neck and skid you out.
You don't hang up on the brush that way.
If you're sitting down, you're going to catch on everything going out, and it makes us a lot of trouble. So don't do it that way. Right.
Okay, well, I'll remember that.
Okay.
So how'd you get the name Jackpine Bob anyway?
Well, see, up in this country, anybody that lives back in the woods, they call him a Jackpine savage, because that's what we got here is jackpine, a lot of it. And I was looking for some kind of a name to write under. So I just kind of appropriated that. And then, you know, there's no big story connected with it, except I just picked the name and used it. I didn't think anything about it, but...
When was this, Bob? What, back in the 50s? Or?
Yeah, about 1963, 64, somewhere in there.
So where did you move from before you came here to Ely, Minnesota?
Well, little town of Plainfield, Illinois, which is about from here to there from Chicago. And a little farm community out there.
What'd you give up back there? I mean, what were you doing?
Oh, I had the world's greatest job, Mike. I was the outdoor editor for the Chicago Daily News. And all I did was fish and hunt and write about it, from the Arctic to Florida. But I had to keep going back to Chicago. And finally, I couldn't go back to Chicago anymore after seeing all this country, so I just stuck. I never did go back.
Greatest decision you ever made.
Yeah, I was just about 25, 30 years late, but...
Enjoy it, still loving every minute of it, though.
More so every day. I'd like to be about 25 years old and just starting out up here. Wow. Come on there, you fish. What are you doing down there? They're asleep. Hey! Get them woke up a little bit, They're all down there sleeping. Come on there, you. Get on there. Jeez. Come on. Doggone. You ever been out on the ice and hear it rumbling?
Oh, you bet.
Yeah, people think that's when it's freezing.
It's not when it's
No. Those are big trout going by, and their dorsal fins are dragging underneath there. Hear them going way across the lake.
Big kahuna.
So now you hear them coming. Yeah, those are the big ones.
It's so quiet and calm right now. I just.
Well, see, the thing, you look at this country here, it's all rock, See, and that's the thing. When the Lord made this country up here, he made it rock so they couldn't plow it. And they couldn't do anything to it, so it's just going to stay like this, If it was dirt, they would have plowed it and drained it, and this would be all potato fields. They're all gone.
Man, the next time out, we really did it right, Jeff. We skied into the BWCA and brought our camping gear in by sled dogs.
How cold was it?
Oh, it got down to 20 below one night, but I really didn't feel a thing.
Yeah, you were probably too numb to notice.
I got into running dogs about 3 years ago, and really, it just took a hold of me, and so I really enjoy it.
What is that attraction? What's that lure that, people talk about, get going out on moonlight nights, and is it that kind of thing that excites you?
I think it's the same thing that inspired Robert Service to write The Spell of the Yukon and poetry like that. There's just nothing like it. You get on the back of that sled, and the dogs are going, it's absolutely silent. And the northern lights are shimmering above you, and you get out on a full moon, and it's really just something. There's just nothing like it, and it's just a fantastic way to travel. You always know you're going to get there, and you always know you're going to get home.
Well, thanks a lot, Raj. We appreciate you bringing us in here today on Fawn Lake, and hope to do it again sometime.
Well, it's been our pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Looking good. It's been a long day out here. It tastes real nice, I bet.
Well, this food stuff has made winter camping just really enjoyable. If you can eat a good meal, you can do a lot with yourself.
Yeah, betcha. Andy, how long you lived up here in northern Minnesota?
Well, I've lived here full time since '68, and first came here in '62 as just a punk kid in school on a tourist, typical wide-eyed. God, look at that canoe. We can go out there in the water kind of thing, and fell in love with it. And really have come back.
You guide all summer?
Yes. This will be my 20th consecutive summer. I haven't missed a summer in the park since 1962.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Somebody asked me one time, doesn't this ever get boring? I get excited about when I catch fish and we get a good sunset. And I said, if the day this doesn't excite me, just get me near the edge and
put you over.
Tip me over, baby, because there ain't nothing else left.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a pretty nice sunset tonight. The sun's just starting to dip behind the trees now. You going to cook breakfast, Andy? Because I'm hungry. Real hungry. That snow house wasn't a bad overnight shelter. How big did these flake run in here, Bob?
Oh, a couple, 3-4 pounds. We should
We should be able to hit some here pretty quick, Mike. There,
Are there rainbows in here too?
yeah, there's rainbows, and there's also a few brook trout that got in here by mistake.
I'll be.
There.
I'm getting a nibble here, Bob.
Give them a little line. Let them take it a little bit. Still
Oh,
after?
there it goes, Bob.
Let them go a little bit. Let them go a little bit.
I got one going here. God, jeez. Oh,
Hey.
look at that sucker.
That's a dandy.
Oh, man.
Keep them away from the hole. Don't let them get down the hole.
Oh, you're getting your boots wet, Bob. Gee whiz.
Oh, that's all right.
That is a nice fish.
For the fish.
That is a nice fish. Look at that. Let's get some more. Mike, I'll get your line down. Let's get a couple more.
You have to tell me twice. What are you using down there, Mike?
I got a Swedish pimple in here. We tipped with a minnow.
What color?
It's that fluorescent orange.
Hmm.
And you're using that Kelly green jig, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm thinking of changing. I saw you get that one, huh?
Bob, I'm gonna get down underneath this. I've been watching them down there. I saw 2 or 3 come in the hole. I was jigging that Swedish pimple, and it seemed like it was a little too big. So I'm gonna put on a little minnow and a smaller teardrop.
Right.
I had a rainbow. Did you see me? I had a rainbow hit that pimple.
Yeah.
And just about tore it out of my hand. I couldn't believe it.
Well, let's get him.
But this water is so clear in here. I can see them come in the hole down there.
Oh, yeah.
Ah! Fight! Oh, man! Oh, man! Look at that puppy.
You got him on that fancy rod.
Oh, you got 85
Get him on the yellow
lines
bug.
tangled up there.
There are a lot of them down there, guys. Andy,
Yeah.
throw some of that fish in the pot.
You want fresh fish?
All right. A little of that fish and add it to the soup. That'll be a good lunch.
All right. Well, a little fresh fish isn't a bad idea.
Oh, I just got another one cut through my hole.
Should I take this nice fresh one we just caught?
You bet. Cut
Yeah,
this thing up and add it to the soup.
Yeah, he's still wiggling here. Yeah, we'll dice him up. Make like a moyaka here for us. Oh. Hey, this is a good sharp knife you gave me, fella. You said it wasn't sharp, Mike?
I don't think it was, but
It's excellent.
good. They're cruising around the hole right now. I got 2 of them down here.
Yeah, they just hear me cutting on his cousin up here.
There's one down here about 5 pounds.
Ooh! Bring him on up. Nice red meat.
Oh, jeez! Oh, he just wrapped it like a ton of bricks. Oh, golly, come back, honey.
Yeah, this is beautiful red meat on these fish. Just beautiful.
That was a nice strike. Took my minnow and the whole bit.
Oh, nice chunks of. Doesn't get any fresher than this, boys.
Yeah. Lost another one. Came up, hit my pimple. Got one! Got one!
All right. You got him flopping on the ice?
Yeah!
All right.
What a beauty! What a beauty!
Nice
Look
play.
at that fish. That's another. Oh, that's a nice fish.
Nice.
Yeah, there you
I lost one that was
got a pimple,
about a pound bigger. No, I got this one on the grub.
Huh.
I lost one that was about a pound bigger.
That bobber over there just went under.
Better check these lines. Well, that's a nice fish.
These flake are a combination of a female lake trout and a male brook trout, and they breed these in the hatchery at Crystal Springs. State breeds these. They're not a fish that'll reproduce, but they grow extremely fast, and they put them in these lakes. And now this fish here is about 3 years old.
Wow,
So
they
you
do
can see the growth on it.
They do come
Yeah.
fast.
And they bite good. They're excellent to eat. We got some there in the
Well, we're gonna
stew.
we're gonna find out how they do taste.
It's
Huh?
going to be doggone good. You bet.
Well, Bob, you can't quite beat this. Eating splake and catching nice fish on a beautiful day like today. This is.
No, it must be about, I'd say, probably 30 degrees out here, above zero. And when you get it above zero in February instead of below, you're way ahead of the game.
Well, we got about 2 hours of daylight left. I think I'm going to crawl back underneath that tent over there
Yeah.
and see if we can't raise one more.
Well, it's nice that you're laying there and talking to them as they're going by and telling us, you know, here goes 4, here goes 2, because it keeps us all pepped up. If you hadn't been catching them and pulling them out, I would have figured you were lying. But we know you're not, because you caught a couple.
Bet.
But I didn't. Now, see, now that kind of injures my pride, because I bring you out here and I didn't get any, and you did. So it's one or two things. Either you're a lot better fisherman than I am, or a lot luckier.
You know, Jeff, Bob Cary's always one step ahead of you all the time, isn't he?
Well, you know, I hope I'm in half as good a shape as he is when I'm his age.
It's almost impossible to keep up with the guy. Well, Jeff, what do you think? If I get Bob Cary to set us up a winter camping trip here this March, you think you'd go?
On one condition,
Okay,
that Bob Cary goes, for sure.
no problem. I'll give Bob a call tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Next June.
Next June.